to Lake Mead in Las Vegas. This gentleman right here owns the boat that finished second only a week ago in the Gold Cup, his best finish ever in the Gold Cup. You got to be happy about that, Jim Sedam.
Oh, we were thrilled to death. We blew an engine in the first heat and we're struggling the rest of the day, and crew changed the motor for every heat, and it worked out real good. It was awful close to sweet victory.
Now this week you're really in the battle of a great fight for national points between the other piston engine powered boats. You've got a lead by what, 14 points among the other boats?
Yeah, we got a 14-point lead, and in this draw we drew 4 turbine boats, so it looks kind of bad right now. In Seattle, I opted not to run the consolation race because we were the second alternate. We lost 200 points right there, and it's coming back to haunt me right now.
Good luck, though.
Thank you much, Don.
And there goes Sedam's boat now, sponsored by Household Finance. Todd Yarling driving. Our last full heat of preliminary racing with 6 boats again. Miller American, Sutphen Spirit all down the line. In fact, we've just got word now. Sayata 1 is not going to be racing here. They do have damage to the spar, which holds the sponsons together. The Budweiser right on the button. Here comes the Miller on the outside. Both boats safe. The whole field is safe as they go down into the first turn. The Miller American on the way outside. Hanauer electing to stay away from the buoy line like he has done in the past, gone inside. This time to the outside. The long way around the turn, but he's got the boat speed and the boat he knows to beat the field. And I don't think anybody's doubting that, especially with the Budweiser driving the backup boat, not the boat that gave them 5 victories in 1987. Look at the lead already for the Miller American and Chip Hanauer. This boat, the old boat, as you see the Budweiser, setting a new world record of better than 155 miles per hour for an average qualifying lap down in San Diego on a 2.5-mile course. That's the old boat. That's after they brought in the new turbine specialists out of Houston. The Stuart Stevenson people came in and did an excellent job turning that program around for the Gold Cup, enabling them to win their 6th straight Gold Cup and to be the first team ever, and Hanauer the first driver ever to win 6 consecutive Cups. In the meantime, he has first place here in Heat 3A. The Budweiser in second place with Jim Kropfeld. No question, these 2 drivers are the best, period. The best and the fastest drivers in the business. This is one of the greatest young names coming up in Todd Yarling, who is in a battle right now for the national points lead for all of the piston engine powered boats. They're battling fellow Madison, Indiana boat, the Holset Mrs. Madison as they call it this week, for the national points lead for the piston powered engines. But in first place with a turbine engine screaming behind him, Chip Hanauer out of Seattle, Washington, coming down to complete lap number 2 as the water is still very unforgiving here on Lake Mead. We were blown out of here last year. We had to come back and finish the race day on Monday. Average speed 122.4 miles per hour after a 124 mile per hour lap on the first lap for Miller American. Third place is the Sutphen Spirit with Mike Hansen, who picked up a preliminary heat victory earlier, his first ever as an unlimited hydroplane driver. Hear the rumbling as the water hits the sponsons? That's a new sound to unlimited hydroplane racing. In the past, these piston engines were so loud you could never hear that. But now with the quiet whistle of these turbines, you can hear a lot of different strange sounds, and that's one of them. The water rumbling as they hit the running surface back in the back of the boat, the transom, and of course on the sponsons. Miller American, whether or not this boat will be retired at the end of this day, nobody knows. This boat most certainly will. It'll become a display boat as Bernie Little plans to build yet another Miss Budweiser, maybe even to replace the boat that did so well for them in 1987. The Miller American and Hanauer coming around the second turn for the final time on these 3-lap preliminary heats, a new format which was tried in Madison, Indiana last year, then tried here in Las Vegas. A lot of people like the idea. It gives the fans more starts, more excitement, and simply more racing. But here's the Miller American, another 400 points, a perfect day for the Miller, and the Budweiser, second place to Jim Kropfeld with an average speed of better than 109. Third place, the Sutphen Spirit, Mike Hansen out of Florida. And fourth place, the Household Finance Corporation, Todd Yarling. Here are the numbers. Another 400, 300, 225 for the Sutphen Spirit. Mike Hansen very quietly having a good day. Household Finance, it's going to be a battle to make the final. The Lighthouse in and Cellular One unable to start because of the damage to the hull. Down to the pits.
Well, after making it 3 for 3, I guess we have to ask you what's down the road for a hull and engines next year.
For what? I'm sorry.
I said now that you won 3 in a row, what about it next year? You're going to go with the same hull and maybe put a canopy on it? Or will there be a new Miller American?
You're about 3 hours too early to ask that question. Right now, the only thing in our mind is trying to win here in Las Vegas. So come back about sundown, I maybe give you a better answer.
We're going to get the answer at sundown, folks, as the drama unfolds. Congratulations, Chip.
Thanks, Jim.
3 in a row for Chip Hanna, Miller American. Don?
And this is why the Cellular One was unable to race. The repair work you can see going on with that right spar. Ready for the final. Back in a minute.